Hi everyone, I'm going to be helping you with number 15 on your review for Algebra 2 Honors before your test later on this week. So we want to go over this one, and it's always important to practice and use your calculator, okay? So if you have a TI 84 plus, this should work for you. If you don't, please look online to see what would work best. You're trying to find the matrix button, okay? So you hit the second button and then the fourth one down. And now we have name, math, and edit. We're going to click over to the edit. And I already have the 3x4 in there. So we also want to make sure that they are in a row. So we have our x's in a row, we have our y's in a row, our z's, and then it equals the numbers. If it's not in that order, make sure to change that so then your calculator understands what you're doing. Okay? All right, so sorry, it keeps going back and forth. So let's do the first row. So we're going to click 6, enter, 1, enter, -1, enter, and -2. Now do this for the rest of the matrix. All right, and then I have -1, 1, 2, and 5. Okay, now this is where the part where a lot of people get tricky. So I have my matrix done, correct? All right, so each one is filled out. Each one is filled out on there. So then how do we get out of here? We want to get out of here in order to solve it. So we have to click second mode. That's how we quit the matrix. If we don't do that, we might be messing up our matrix, okay? So again, we can go back in and fix it if we need to. Just saw a lot of people trying to enter from here or clear that, and then that can get confusing. So again, second mode, and that gets us out of there. Then you want to go back in and go to the second tab, okay? So we have the names, the math, the edit. We go back to the second tab. We go down to our ref. Click enter. Now we go back into the matrix and click on the A. Then we can click enter. So now we have our answers for X, Y, and Z. Okay? So what that means is that my X is going to equal -1, my Y is going to equal 4, and my Z is going to equal 0. So if you notice, there's a 1, 1, 1. So that means my X, my Y, and my Z. So that's what you would write for your answer. So it would look like that. If it's a multiple choice kind of problem, you could still put it into the calculator and then see which one you get out of them. Okay, a lot of people had examples. Well, what if we don't get the normal answer of the 1, 1, 1 in that order? Okay, so what does that mean? All right, so I'm going to do 2 more examples if you want to watch on what will happen if I get either an infinitely many solutions or a no solution. So I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to fill it out with this matrix right here. All right, so I plugged in the whole thing. Again, I need to go to second mode to get out of there. Then I go second matrix again, click the arrow button over to math, then go down to our ref, click enter, then back into matrix. So it's a lot of back and forth. Click enter, and let's see what we get as this answer. So if you notice, it looks a little funkier than before. So if you notice, the first row is 1, 0, 1, 0 instead of just a 1, 0, 0, and then an answer. The second one, so if you notice, it's not consistent like the other one, okay? So let's look at the last row. Okay, the last row, do you see that none of these is a 1? Okay, and then that equals a 1. So this is an example of a no solution. Okay, it does not work. I don't have a solution for my Z. 0 equals 1. Okay, that I don't have a solution. So that would be a no solution for this example. And here's my last example. This is not on your review, but I wanted to give you an example of each type. So number 15 was on your review. I gave you an example of a no solution, and now here's an example of infinitely many. So again, I put this information into my matrix. I just made it a B so then I could plug all this information in. And then, like I've been saying, second quit or second mode, then I'm going to go into second matrix, go to the math button, head on down to ref. Then I'm going to go to my B matrix, and let's see what I get here. Okay, so now let's look at that bottom row. It's 0, 0, 0, 0. So what does that mean? Okay, that means that it's infinitely many solutions, meaning that anything could fit in here. So if we go back to when we get an answer like this, that means a no solution. Compared to if I get something like 0 equals 0, that's IMS. So that is what your calculator is saying. With the 1, 0, 1 for the first row, 0, 1, 0, 6, so the Y is showing like it should be, but then the bottom, the 1 that should be here, so then you know that that's the value of Z is not there. So 0 equals 0 would mean IMS. Okay, so there are examples to solving with 3 variables. And I hope it helps you out with solving these types of problems. Thank you.